Caroline Lucas has called for a second referendum on the terms of leaving the EU in her victory speech following re-election as Green Party leader. The Brighton Pavilion MP said the public should be given the chance to vote on the country's future direction after Article 50 had been invoked. She also outlined a vision for a Blue New Deal to benefit 11 million residents in coastal communities after becoming the new co-leader of the Green Party, 4 years after stepping down from the role. The country's only Green MP will take up the role as a job share with the party's work and pensions spokesman Jonathan Bartley after her expected election victory was confirmed yesterday. The pair received 86% of the first preference votes, 13 times the vote of nearest challenger David Malone to form the first co-leadership of a Westminster party. The election was held following Natalie Bennett's decision in May to not seek a further term as leader. In their first speech to the Green Party conference, which they delivered in tandem swapping between paragraphs in what one political commentator described as like a school show and tell, the pair reaffirmed calls for a second referendum on the terms of Brexit. Speaking to the Argus yesterday, Ms. Lucas said the party would have to respect the outcome of June's referendum, but it remained unclear what Brexit would mean in terms of environmental protection, access to the single market, workers' rights and freedom of movement. She said, people voted to leave without knowing what version of Brexit they were voting for because the Brexit campaign had not worked out what Brexit would look like. After Article 50 has been invoked but before it is signed off, we should have a second referendum. Ms. Lucas also said she would push for electoral reform, claiming that a more representative voting system would have delivered her party 24 seats from its 1 million votes at the last general election rather than just the solitary MP. She said her party would aim to reach out to voters who may not traditionally consider voting Green, especially residents living in poverty. And she added that she was absolutely determined that the media and country's focus on her party would not solely be on her as she returned to the